Roll out of bed, grab my shield.
I actually feel like that makes so much sense for you. Because that's like how you like ran out of the tub like that. So it makes total sense. You just like make that
good,
part of your
just
strategy
good,
now.
Yeah, oh yeah. Shock and awe.
Alright, so when we last left...
I didn't realize we were back already.
Well, not for the entirety of it.
Oh, we've been
okay.
live for like a while.
Okay, yeah. See, my grammar when I write these is pretty bad. Every time. So, when we last left the Bums of Greenest, you were recovering from your confrontation with unusual aberrations called Slotty at the Zentarim safe house in the southeast region of the Serpent Hills. Varum, the White Worm Speaker in tow, you followed his instructions on where to potentially find the White Dragon Mask, which he admitted had been stolen from him some time earlier. When you arrived, it was mayhem, dead horses, Slotty, and humanoids littered the grounds outside, while a handful of monsters continued to attack the safe house and the inhabitants therein. A cry from inside, coming from your friend Isadove Taterbrush, marked the urgency of the situation, and a battle ensued. Ultimately victorious, you entered the house where you found a badly wounded Isa and 2 more dead Zents. Isa explained that Talus the White, a former Zent operative that was infiltrating the cult of the dragon, had instructed her and her compatriots to steal the mask and wait for further instruction. When the safe house was attacked, Talus appeared, stole the mask, and left them all for dead. Very likely with the hope that they would be removed as a problem, and it would be sometime before the Zentarim realized her defection. When Varum the White learned that the mask was indeed gone, he said a prayer to the Dragon Queen and dispatched himself with a special poisonous concoction hidden within his cheek, which you knew about, but you don't know what it is. After burying Isa's dead companions, you left the grounds of the safe house, taking Varum's robes as proof, but leaving his body to rot in the sun. We rejoin you as you settle into your camp, a couple of hours' journey south from your last encounter. So recovering from the day's events, the disappointment of heading back empty-handed, and with a saddened Isa in your midst, what would you like to do?
It's evening, fire.
Yeah, you were able to find an area more green than what you were used to in the Serpent Hills, as you're now heading pretty much outside of it. You had traveled for a couple days. You were right on the edge, so you can see green trees and whatnot in the daylight. Further out, clear night, and you've made your fire and just kind of sitting there with Isa. Boris is there also. Brown, kind of like a brownish, glittery color, and just kind of looking in awe at all of you quietly over in a corner, like laying down.
How about some tunes, lass? It's too quiet of a night. Erdnot's voice might be a little off because Erdnot is resistant to poison. Cuba is not, and has a headache today that will not go away from our Oktoberfest party yesterday.
AKA poison.
Poison. Too much poison.
The poison.
Out with my cranberry juice. Yay!
And my water.
My kombucha.
Says the voice in the sky.
My water.
Kaya is gonna pull out her guitar and come a little bit closer to Isa. Not too close, because she knows she probably wants her space right now. She knows what it feels like to lose people close to you that you've been living and risking your life with day in and day out. So she's gonna sing just the song. I got my eyes on you. I see. I want your heart, love, and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your heart, love, and emotion endlessly. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. And 'cause you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Just hold on, going home. Just hold on, going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, going home. I got my eyes on you. You're everything that I see. I want your heart, love, and emotion endlessly. I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your heart, love, and emotion endlessly. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. 'Cause you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Just hold on, going home. Just hold on, going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Yeah. So just hold on, going home. You're the girl, yeah. You're the one. Yeah. Gave you everything I love. Yeah. I think there's something, baby. I think there's something. You're the girl, you're the one. Gave you everything I love. I think there's something, baby. I think there's something. Just hold on, going home. Just hold on, going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, going home. That's by one of my favorites. His name is Drake.
Been waiting so long to see that in person.
Drake.
So long.
Dragony.
His name is Drake. He's Dragonborn.
That was awesome. Whenever I see somebody play
He's
music,
so excited.
it's like,
He's like, hey.
I know, it's
I reckon
different,
just
right?
fangirling. He's like,
It's okay, I'll accept. Even though Micaiah's kind of like winking over here at Issa right now.
winking over at Issa and just one of Ark's pairs of underwear is like panties thrown on stage.
No.
Just a giant pair of underwear, just like, ugh.
And it makes that wet.
Hey, you did wear them during battle.
Oh, they're fresh?
No, they're
Oh, okay. Dave. Yeah.
He's only got the one pair.
He's only got, and that
I
was
had
in the
two,
that was in the
but I
mouth
had-
of a dwarf too.
I had to sacrifice one of my pairs, so I've only got one left. It's not his fault.
Oh my god.
So,
You guys.
you all are set up for the night. Are you... I guess I'll ask, does anybody have any scenes they want to, like, go through?
I'll approach, when things have died down, Zan, and just quietly ask him, since I noticed a while ago you had that set of leather, and just ask, Zan, a moment please.
What is it?
Remember you had, a while ago, months ago, some extra leather armor?
I do.
You still have that?
I'm gonna look at his translated armor, it's not as good as the armor you're currently wearing.
True, but I'll be able to move, and that might be more important. More important for some battles to come.
Understand?
Willing to trade? Anything you want for it?
No, I have no need for it.
Thank you, friend.
Take it out of the bag of holding and give it to Arik, and he's gonna be kind of confused for a little bit.
Can't wear. Can you wear leather armor to bed or no? Can't wear any armor.
You
correct?
can't wear armor to sleep. No.
No. Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, you can, but you won't get your.
The full.
Yeah,
the
you
full
won't get
rest.
your full
The
rest,
gotcha. Okay. And then after the nice that clean
She's trying to
top.
hide it too. She's like,
That was a nat 1 on that stealth. And then he'll, as things are dying down, I'll make some more notches in the shield underneath the leather covering as he does to mark the enemies he's killed. Ready for bed.
Just
Jamie's.
sitting by the fire, Zen will look towards Issa. You feeling all right?
So Issa's sitting there. She hasn't said much since you all left the encounter where she kind of randomly and uncharacteristically beat Varam's face in with her bare hands. Doesn't said too much, but she looks up over it and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Why, what's up?"
I didn't mean physically fine. Seemed to get rather emotional, more emotional I've seen out of you with Varam.
Yeah, well, those are my people. Those are my people. That was my crew. And I can't beat Talus's face in. And it would have been more fun if he was still alive, but yeah. That was my crew. Usually we work alone. But we do have little groups that we are often paired up with, and they didn't deserve that. No.
No. No one deserves.
get out of there. Sorry.
I was gonna say even Issa couldn't hear you next to the fire, like the.
Erdnot's
Fire
writing
recovered
this
voice.
book. Speak louder, boy.
Does Xander believe Issa?
Make an insight check.
17.
Yeah, you get the impression that there's probably a lot that Issa wouldn't divulge about, like, details, but in terms of, like, the words that she has said, her expression, from what you can read, is, like, truthful.
Would you consider them your family?
No, not my family. But as close to it as I guess you can get in the Black Network. And we operate different than you pluckers, so we're loners. You guys pretend to be loners, but we're really loners. And
Sick burn.
Right.
yeah.
So, what now? Do you find a new crew? Or
No, now I gotta get back and tell the leadership what happened. It's
Crickets.
I get the impression that Talus thought I would die, hoped I would die. Because putting everything together, thinking about it over these past few hours, if we died, if all of us did, eventually someone's going to figure out that she has gone over to the cult, but it would take longer. We would be less prepared, I think. And if you guys hadn't come along...
Ye old wild dragon flies overhead.
It's the dragon.
Pay it no mind.
Yeah, that probably would have been what happened.
Would everybody be able to hear this conversation? Or just you guys?
Yeah.
We're all around the fire.
Yeah,
sitting around
you've
the
got a
fire.
small enough camp, yeah.
Ernot's is writing in his book. But he's listening.
Ar's gonna look right at Issa and just... Death does have certain advantages.
Does. I gotta go back to the leadership, or I gotta tell them what happened. I get the impression they were trying to get a seat at the table. I know you all went to that council meeting with all the bigwigs, but we weren't there. Normally it's not the kind of thing that this group really does, but while those idiots up there in their gold trim robes are debating about whether or not this is a problem, we know it is. And so we just gotta get a seat at the table and convince them to not fuck around.
Aye, we've tried that on our own, but perhaps more people to our cause will help that.
Yeah. Somebody's got to find out about Talus. I mean, she was top tier. This is a big deal.
Is it possible that more people in your organization, their loyalties may sway?
That's always a possibility. Especially if Talus goes. She's a really charismatic when she wants to be.
I
mean, you
remember
guys-
asking her. You know, you're a little too attached here.
Yeah,
I could tell. There's something was off.
yeah,
Power's hard to let go, once you get a hold of it.
yeah. That sermon she gave, I chatted with her about it afterwards, but I've seen Talus rise through the ranks. She's always been good. Kind of tough to know when someone's acting or when they're that good. I mean, I'm still working on it, but
Do you think it's possible that she might have been controlled in some way? Or do you think that's truly who she is?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess smarter people than me will be debating that. All I know is she tried to kill me. Killed Annie. Killed Esme. Killed Zog.
Now you'll kill her?
I get the chance. But I'm not that high up, so what are the chances of me getting face to face with her again? Not that great. I mean, I did kill Avarum the White. I punched his face in until he stopped breathing. So that's what I'll be telling them.
That's one way to tell it.
Yeah.
Sure, what we tell the council may be slightly different.
We'll see who they believe. So you were trying to bring him back alive?
We were hoping, seeing as how the cult no longer had any use for him without the mask, that perhaps he could have told us some secrets. He chose death over the right thing.
I wanted to kill him from the start.
You want to
wanna
kill everything.
everybody. Jinx. You owe me a mean.
Only those that stand in
Or
the way.
3.
hour away.
Nothing wrong with trying to kill everybody. I mean, as far as I'm concerned. Except for me.
Yeah, but that's your job description.
I was gonna like
Yeah, it is.
reach over the fire to her little arm and just give her a high five.
Don't encourage him. I don't need y'all teaming up. No. Just get over there.
And people just want to watch the world burn. That's us too.
I mean, although that could be interesting too.
Did you? I just read what Graham said, actually. She's like, imagine the waves of people joining the forest hide and seek. Like, or you guys are all on your thing and there's just people playing hide.
All behind us. Behind trees. Oh, that's kind of creepy though.
In the ethereal plane, there are a bunch of spirits and sprites playing hide and seek right now.
We hear the giggling of children.
Oh, that makes Eric feel uneasy.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the greatest experience with ghosts.
Don't worry, I can protect you from ghosts now.
Hold me close. It's raining and there's ghosts outside. What does that make me think of? Like, I'm old Greg. Like you're just gonna hear that echo through the woods.
Issa, it seems as though we always tend to meet on horrible circumstances.
This is fantastic circumstances.
I-
Every time I see your faces is a beautiful, beautiful day. I don't know what you're talking about.
I meant earlier, if we had been a little later, we wouldn't be having this conversation, probably.
I mean, you're lucky I showed up when I did, so yeah. You guys wouldn't have made it, and that would have been really sad. I would have had to report that back to the network, that the council's top tier team fell. The dirty claws and sharp pointy teeth of whatever the fuck those things were. So
See her not behind the book go.
And what a sad day that would be.
it would have been, I mean, the tales, I would have spread your tale, of course, and the songs, clearly nothing in comparison to what Mickey can do, but I would have taken up the mantle of that little guitar and written a song in your honor and played it. Probably at the council meeting. To show you all just how brave. How brave.
I believe you.
How very, very brave you all are. All just...
It's nice to be appreciated.
I would have told the tale of how I saved you from the dragon. How I fought off a crowd of cultists in the Karnak Roadhouse, saving you all again. But how I failed to save you at the safe house.
Let's hope your string of great luck continues then.
I'm sure it will. I am a halfling.
If you had failed at the safe house, I know everyone here at this table would appreciate it. You could have told our families and loved ones how we died fighting.
Definitely. I know all of their names.
As we would do the same for you. Anyone in particular you'd want us to tell? Mother, father, brother?
I mean, I've got family, but
Zan uses his quiver to say a child.
Just.
Oh shit!
From The Incredibles when Syndrome's like, and they got
busy!
you can make an insight check.
Use this, use this!
Oh yes, clickety clack, math rock, go!
It's a 9.
Don't use this, don't use this!
There is no reaction. She looks you in the eyes, but she's been looking you in the eyes the whole time. No, I mean, my family, they're out in our hometown, and
Is it in the city?
No, it's not. It's actually far away from the city.
Zan uses his
Do you
quiver
know where
again.
this city is?
What about Kendrick?
That's a 2. So Isa, you see. If anybody else wants to make an insight check, you can. But
Well, sure, why not? Just because.
Well,
He's
watch
new
it
one.
now because he keeps asking her questions. So
I know.
what's going on? Oh,
Well, you guys
okay.
didn't hear the question.
Oh yeah, that right.
Oh, yeah,
oh,
that's
you
right.
asked that in
Never mind.
With the quiver.
With the quiver.
Doesn't-
Okay.
Well, we
He's
still
not-
see you make like a.
Zan isn't about to just like drop all of Issa's knowledge.
Well, you
out
rolled a
in the
2, so
open.
did you like have a seizure at the question? Like, okay, what are you talking about? No.
Oh my god.
So, what did you all roll?
It was, mine was like a 5.
6.
Failed anyways.
I didn't roll.
Okay.
He's,
So-
he's deep
He's
in,
still
in
doing
those
his
journeys.
book. He
He's
doesn't
writing.
care.
He's
Journaling.
writing the tale
So you
accurately.
you see Issa's face, like where she normally has kind of like a little smirk all the time, she just like it goes away instantly, and she's just staring at you in the eyes with like doesn't say anything, and you guys notice that suddenly Issa's face is
We're
like
gonna wake up and he's gonna be dead. Slit throat.
There's gonna be a Boris's head in the bed next to him.
Oh my
He's
god.
still gonna be alive.
yeah,
You're right. Like Zan rolls over, he's like, "Huh, hey Zan,
Then you really messed up, didn't you?
don't worry, it didn't hurt."
Huh? You done fucked up?
okay.
Oh my god.
Didn't mean to bleed on all your sheets.
Yeah, so
Shit. I turn around and that it's like a wall of citronella.
Oh, right.
Dude, holy crap!
There's
It's
a
like
anti-barrier anti-mosquito.
it really is.
right
Like you
over
move
there.
like 6 inches that way, and it's like a solid wall of it. I apologize for any.
So Issa is just staring at Zan in the eyes and doesn't say anything, and there's no smile on her face, and she's just looking for a good 15 seconds, like awkward silence. But because it was to her, she just turns. Was like, so yeah, I mean, my family. They don't know what I do, but they know that, I check in. Check in with them, and
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine.
You realize we just spaced off for like a good 10 seconds.
No, I wasn't spaced out.
I know sometimes after a battle, it can have effects. You sure you're alright?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
I'll go in my tent about it.
What he said?
I mean, they all know that's what Micaiah's really asking here.
Probably best to not have family have to worry about you. Or even better not to have family as far as anyone else is concerned.
Yeah, they don't know what I do. But my family's a bunch of potato farmers. They lead the simple life. They don't need to get involved in all this. They're happy. Got a bunch of brothers, there's the only daughter, you know how that goes. So, what they don't know won't hurt them. And it's better that they don't know, because what they do know will hurt them. In this line of work.
Aye, halflings prefer the simple life.
For the most part. Except for halflings like me, I guess.
You are a rare breed.
Yeah.
Is that crunching being picked up on the sound?
Oh, I don't know.
I hope not.
Should have a fire sound effect. Is there
That
one
is
on
the
the sound belt?
fire sound effect.
I
It's
was
the
gonna say,
crunching.
it's just crunching, like, because of the
Just be like,
crickets in the background.
Crinkle, 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 crinkle.
Let me see. I have a campfire thing.
This is what we do.
I'm sure the chat would say something. Arik is such a fat kid, eating in his armor.
You're not the only fat kid around here.
Cat and I are on the same page.
I thought about it, but then I wasn't sure if it would show up.
What'd you say?
What she said?
They what? You You're talking up, but don't type it.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah,
Let's see
taco
what I
crunches
have.
are picking up, but it's not gross.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Perfect.
They're really crunchy chips.
Just makes everybody hungry.
Oh, good.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, not
So
sorry.
you gotta come out with the
Should've
NAT30s
got your own
chip.
Taco Bell. I don't know
Yeah.
what to tell you.
You got Taco Bell, and I've got these tortillas.
Gonna eat this Taco Bell and then probably eat some of those tortillas.
Do you want the bag? I'll hand it over to you while we're on the go. Alright. Watch out, cameras.
Those look delicious. Watch out,
No,
cameras.
The whole set goes down due to chip.
Aw. That would be terrible. That would be like disaster.
Yeah, Erdnot is sitting up against, he's actually leaning on Gildan. Gildan's like laying down, like around the fire too, but like behind Erdnot. Erdnot is just leaning on him as he's sitting there writing in his books.
So, I notice you're a little short on company. That was not a pun for myself, but it would have been a good one. Where'd Vidania and Avedon head off to?
Children have run off irresponsibly to do their own thing.
As children do.
Sometimes family matters. Even the fate of the world does not matter when it comes to family.
Arik is going to turn and glare at Zan. Because he told him the exact opposite. And that's how Arik got all mixed into this thing.
Why Zan saying to some people it doesn't matter.
Arik just like, are you fucking serious, brother? What the hell?
They were irresponsible to go alone and not experienced enough. It's dangerous.
That's why they didn't tell us. We would have talked them out of it.
Aye. Damn children. Back to his book.
So where'd they go? They went off together, holding hands into the sunset? Like, what happened?
I mean, Avedon's probably just going from one shiny thing to the next shiny thing to the next shiny thing, honestly.
Vidania went and joined the cult.
No.
No way.
I mean, she had that tattoo on the small of her back there. You guys really think that... And go join the cult?
No.
It's a lot of faith you have in someone you just met.
Sometimes things require a little faith.
Look at you.
Oh, the boy had a brush with his gods.
I didn't know you had any gods. Arc, Fire Song, Trogdor.
Dying changes a man.
When did you die?
Wanna see mine?
Like, finally. Something the great Isadove Taterbrush doesn't know.
I do actually know. I was trying to give you a moment to...
She was watching
Have-
from
I
the
know what you...
rooftop.
It's actually her flashback. She pulls the thing off.
Oh my
It
God.
was me!
I mean, it's kind of all over the place. That 10,000 gold piece bounty just kind of up and disappeared before I got a chance, you know, to cash in.
She's gonna hold up his... I think it's like this. See the missing finger on his hand? I
You
believe
got a
it's that
trophy, huh? You didn't need that finger anyway.
Nope. Small price to pay. For the...
It's not like you're gonna get married or anything.
You don't know my customs. He's just gonna hold up this finger that he still has. Western modern, they do it on the right finger.
So how are you still here? That bounty got... which takes a moment to think about the timeline of events. She just kind of nods.
Collected.
Yeah. Finger's gone. Alright, that makes sense.
Someone's rich off my name and my finger.
Yeah.
It gives us time.
Like I said, death has its advantages. You might be able to fly under the radar. Well, actually, that's a bad term to use because I don't know what radar is.
Yeah, they do.
I know, right? Now they do, from the future. You might be able to be more hidden, even more than usual, if everybody thinks you're dead.
Yeah.
At least they won't be looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you should, if you don't want to continue with us, you should be careful. The people in your organization, Talus may have a little sway with them.
Yeah, I guess I'll find out. You guys will too, I'm sure. Careful's my middle name. Isadove. Careful. Taterbrush.
The Isadove, careful, comes flying in on a miniature dragon to save her friends.
Over and over and over again. You know what? I think that the dragon is going to be a part of every one of the savings when I tell everyone about it. Even this time.
The mighty halfling and her faithful dragon.
Yeah. I might even give it a name. I'll think about it.
The tales they must tell in your village.
No, they don't. No. It's not worth going into.
Is there anyone in your organization that you know for a fact that we can trust?
No.
No one.
No,
So
not
what-
that you can trust, no.
Maybe not. Perhaps trust
Not
is the
even
wrong
you?
word.
Whether or not you trust me is your own, decision.
Is there anyone that we can believe who would they send to the council that we can depend on to be truthful? Maybe a better question.
No.
Well, there's a reason they're not invited to the council.
But they're sending someone.
I'm sure we'll be invited.
Did you say they were sending someone? You just
We're
said-
trying.
Okay. You want to make sure I wasn't like off it.
If we had had the mask, we would have had more more leeway. Like, we would have been able to get into the council meeting. But we have information, and sometimes information is just as valuable as a tangible item.
Information do you have?
I got information.
She said it was valuable. They'll be expecting payment.
Well, we tried.
Not very hard. I'm a little disappointed in how little you guys have tried. But you wouldn't have gotten anything from me anyway. It's fine.
Not
We
the
know.
mighty Taterbrush.
No.
You ever find that tater necklace you were
I was about to ask you the same thing.
I think she actually asked that last time.
Oh yeah. No, from what I heard, you guys lost the castle and it got crashed and stuff, and so all my stuff is, somewhere
Where'd
in the
you go?
mountains. I have a job to do. I'm not a freelancer like
You
some
want to
people
say
I know.
goodbye?
Let's goodbye. I see you again. We're here. I don't need to say goodbye every time I disappear. It's just redundant at a certain point.
You're redundant.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
So what's the plan now? We go back without the Varum. We speak to the council. Tell them that he took his poison pill or whatever it is in his teeth, right? And they just send us out on something else.
Yep.
Yeah, the information gatherers. They'll have something more, another lead for us to follow.
It would help if we had some information.
Oh, that sucks for you, huh? You guys didn't
We'll
get any
most likely
information
have
this
to
whole time?
go after the dragon horn. since this turned out to be a dead end. Oh,
You see his Varum's body, so it's like,
hope for tabletop RPGs. Rating 13, thank you.
Thank you for the
Thank you
raid.
so much.
Raid.
Thank you for the ring.
do you think the council will have any more information on where Talos could be?
How long have we been gone?
You have been gone approximately 10 days.
Most likely, with their
6 days.
been about a week.
A week is a 10 day in this world.
Been half a week.
Half a 10 day. It's been a
The
quarter fortnight.
amount of organizations that have gathered. I would imagine that they have people constantly gathering information and reporting it back. Then again, Zan would know more than me
I've been with you, not.
about how they work, I mean.
No, I've only been a harper for less time than I've been with the group.
He's a baby plucker. That's kind of weird. That was weird. That was a weird statement.
I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I
no,
wish
I
it
I was
was,
gonna say something in character, but I didn't like it.
I was
I wish it was
going to let it
bleeped
die.
every time she said plucker. Like, it sounded.
We all got wicked quiet. We were like, that was a bit uncomfortable,
I
wasn't
didn't
it?
mean that how that came out. No. I would apologize, but I don't apologize, so I'm just gonna let it stand. I'm gonna let you guys keep talking.
The baby thief steals babies from the crib.
Go back, report in. Go back to the mansion,
The manor.
whatever it was. Large above ground house.
Take your time, old man.
Have a headache. Replenish our stores, and then I would imagine we go again.
Yes, there's other things we also, Micaiah, may have to do.
Yes.
No, wait. Yeah, so we can do that now, right? Because we're not dragging some dude around. Right? Isn't it, like, right in the area that we're at now? Like, her thing?
I'm assuming
No.
we'll have to go back
Oh.
to
We have to
the
go-
council
We have to go
first.
back to the council
Waterloo.
then.
Report to the council. And
It would be after that.
we asked you last time, I believe, if you had any idea. Where, I'll just ask. And you have no idea what Talos would be? Where she would go? Any kind of redoubt or safe space, safe house that you may know of that she might go to?
I mean, I would imagine that she went right back to that lodge out in the Grey Peak Mountains. That'd be the fastest way. There's that teleportation circle right there. I could be completely wrong, but regardless, she's not going to stay there long, and she's going to head out to it.
And she did disappear as that battle was commencing, correct?
Yeah, she popped in. Thought she was going to help. She asked me where the mask was. Esme was already gone. Pointed to the chest and grabbed it and gone.
I think you found out who you can depend on.
Obviously,
Issa-
us.
as-
I mean,
as
I
Issa
sang a
gets bit by
song
a
and
mosquito.
everything for you to make you feel better.
And
Obviously,
it was a beautiful song.
yeah. Obviously, you can count on us.
I feel like
I was sharing stuff with you, so you know you can share back.
well,
Sharing is caring.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I guess the fact that I'm not sharing would tell you something. I'm just kidding, Micaiah. I'm just kidding, Micaiah. You know I care for you a lot.
That's what they all say. I care for you a lot.
That's what
It's
they
not-
all say right
I care
before they
for you.
walk
Not
out that
you,
door.
it's me.
I care
I've heard
for
the
you a
speech
ton.
before. Bring me to my
in the
tent,
book.
gentlemen.
I'm full of caring. It's my middle name, Isadove.
Put that in your book or not.
Caring,
Yes, hero.
Taterbrush.
Issa, caring,
Careful.
careful, riding the mighty dragon.
Yeah.
Taterbrush.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a cumbersome name. I think it'll work in the song.
I agree. My name will be the entire song eventually.
Lofty goals.
Micaiah will write it for me.
I don't know, not after that declaration or non-declaration.
I'll make it up to you.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
Try not to fall through any tapestries
please.
this time.
Check, please.
So we have a couple leads, possibly the lodge up in those mountains.
Aye.
We have Micaiah's bit of business to attend to. We have
So
to
you
report-
finally divulged that, huh?
Yes.
He trusts you all now.
I think I
Somehow
know that.
trusted the one with the cult tattoo on her backside. I'm not judging. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's been a rough day. Alright?
Listen, just because you didn't see Talus was a turncoat, and I did, doesn't mean you have to go around accusing people in my group.
You're right. You're right.
Because she would never. She had her shot. She was trying to get her sister out of that life.
You're right. We had a good group. They're not all together right now, and who knows what the fuck they're all doing, but you have a good group.
And they haven't done
I hope they don't
she's
watch
just-
this video.
Like I said,
She's got
going
group
from
envy right now.
Shiny thing to shiny thing. I mean,
Yes, we trust our members. I
Yeah.
hope there's a few in your organization that you can trust.
Yeah, I hope so too. Is that what you're gonna do next? Do you have a lead on that? You found something out?
just outside Waterdeep.
Hmm.
Supposedly that's where the witch lives.
Well, if I can join you, I will. I'm not making any promises.
We'll see.
I like that, like,
I can't do that
turned up the
seriously.
nose. Like,
Because it's
see if I let you on this one.
So I'm just trying to like say that it's what it's lives.
Funky Pirate, rate of
Thank you for the
party
raid.
6. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Saved by the bell.
So we report back to the council on the events that have happened, and then hit the manor, perhaps restock, refuel, get some sleep, good sleep, and
Aye.
take off on Micaiah's bit of business.
You're gonna be okay with that at the manor? You seemed out of sorts there.
Did I? I did. Yes. As long as no other little creepy crawlies, goblins were hired. Just gonna look over at Zen.
If we have more guards, we have more guards, which is a good thing.
That means yes. There will be more.
Overhead's smith shop.
You won't be able to keep guards for very long if their heads start turning up in your shop.
I was gonna look up at the sky. Just ignore that. Didn't hear nothing.
He's like, you trying to get another bounty on your head in the city of Waterdeep? They're not as, what's the right word? Ill-equipped to find people as whatever that Peter Amsel.
I have a thing about goblins. I don't like them.
Yeah, we all have a thing about goblins.
I
I have a
don't
thing
like
for
giants
goblins.
unless I bow to one.
You're wearing their
I'm
belt.
not judging.
You're wearing a giant belt there, I believe.
The tools of the enemy can be used to your advantage.
I'll be fine either way or not.
Right? Don't be disrespecting in the home that's not ours.
It is ours. For now.
That gives us good dwarven cooking. right? She was the cook was a dwarf.
You remember that ass?
Ernat wasn't looking at that
I was
ass.
gonna say, wait,
Or
wasn't
not
there something
remembers
that?
that
I
Wasn't
was
there
gonna say there was a
something?
little something.
There was a little something.
Little something,
There
something
was a
in the
little
kitchen.
spark.
Yeah.
There was a little.
There's no spark.
Ooh,
Ernat is a
think
Ernat is a
about-
holy man who
Ernat.
doesn't think about the booty.
He doesn't have to. The booty was
He's
was
not
thrown
holy,
at
think
him.
about that.
She was throwing that ass in a circle.
What?
Come on.
He doesn't have
Come
to
on.
consciously think about it. He's just dreaming about it.
They can throw the booty at Ernat, but Ernat's just like Neo from the Matrix.
It's very short and
Dodging
stout.
all that. He is on a holy quest.
So Issa looks over at you, Ernat, and she's like, "So you sounds to me like you don't really know. You're looking for that Kathja's shadow, right?" I mean, you don't have to answer. I don't know why I ask questions that I already know the answer to with you guys. I know I do with other people, but I mean, up in Sea Hall, it's a mess, and they're hiring just about anybody to fill this this army, this new army that he's building. Really crazy. I know that he was trying to like get in on the council, but nobody's taking him seriously.
Wait, who is he? Kathja?
No, sorry. Peter.
Peter Ramsell. The
The
man
Lord
why
of-
I'm here to begin with.
Yeah, the Lord of Sea Hall. But they're hiring just about everybody up there. And I know there's some pretty sizable numbers of that mercenary group working in the city.
Oh, I have leads,
Yeah, did you have that lead?
perhaps.
Make a deception or persuasion, whichever one applies.
Well, it's gonna be good either way. See, what is? I'll do persuasion because that's a +2, so 10.
Wait, persuasion is if you're telling the truth.
Oh wait, so.
That's what I meant. Like, whichever one applies to what.
Oh, okay, so that would be a deception, but it's still a 10.
Nice.
Okay, sorry. Pull up her shit. Okay. So she looks at you. She's like, "I'm impressed. You guys have done a lot better than I gave you credit for. Good job. Guess I don't need to share anything else with you, since you know everything."
Or not.
Well, since my friend here has not shared all of his information with me, is there anything you could tell me about the going ons in Sea Hall?
Just really that. I heard it's a mess. People aren't happy. I heard like there's a bunch of different groups that have popped up. You know, the Lord there is really trying to build up this army. He's offering a ton of money. I don't know where he's getting it. Even that 10,000 gold on your head, that's unheard of.
They were well off, but not that well off.
Well, he's got money coming from somewhere. Nobody can figure out where. He's offering some pretty high, like sign-on packages, lodging, meals. People sign a contract, join up with the military, and the pay is really good. But there's also a group that obviously things aren't great. I mean, everybody from Neverwinter or Waterdeep knew about Peter Amsel, little shitbird.
That's what I call him.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said it.
He's the human equivalent of a itchy asshole.
Yeah. But somehow he's got come into all this money. He's not treating his people right. There's a little subgroup I've heard that are pretty pissed at one Auric Fire Song. There was a problem, so I guess you wouldn't have heard of this either. Right after the assassin popped into the Great Hall or Summer Home or whatever it's called in Sea Hall and got their payout. Obviously, it was quickly shouted from the rooftops that our Auric Fire Song was dead. And there was a little bit of an uprising. Pretty small. Just the group that had hoped you would come back to help them. And it didn't go over well. There weren't enough of them. And he's got some kind of monster or devil or demon or something on his side. And a lot of people were killed. A lot of civilians. So, there was a group before that, like, kind of hated you because they thought you left on purpose. There was a group that thought you'd come back. And now I think there's a group that's trying to quietly rise up over time. So, it's pretty bad over there, though. That's why I think the council's not going to take him seriously.
His father, they might have,
Yeah,
but not Peter.
but he's got something.
Maybe we'll be able to move, when we move farther north, we'll be able to take a look at that also. After we've taken care of Kai's business and this other bit of council business.
Make an intelligence check for me.
That's not great. That's an 18 minus 1, so 17.
Okay. So this would have come up during our duet, but I will tell you now for that. You remember that when everything was going down, right before everything went down with the Blood Wine Massacre, before you were sent off, that Peter had just begun seeking counsel with someone named Fallon. You heard the name, but you never saw them because they were always kind of like off screen, like just outside the doorway or whatever.
Can I get a spelling on it?
Thallan.
Usually Eric doesn't take notes, but since it's something he would know, I'm going to.
You just... Hey, perfect. You just remember that he was taking counsel. He had a counsel person on his own, but it was so minor because he was not really anybody,
So it's not
and it was like
that would really come
in
into
the,
my mind
at
this
the time
point.
it was like, who cares? But if he's now the Lord, he probably has counsel, and it might be relevant.
Who surrounds him?
I don't know. I haven't really gone out there. I just heard through the grapevine that it's bad out there.
And you seem to know quite a bit. Do you know anything? Does your group know anything of the people that were traveling with me before I met up with my current friends?
No. You had people with you?
Two. I left to protect them.
Yeah, I know that part of the story, but no. Once you were pretty much dead, you weren't of any interest to the network. You're alive now, so we'll see if that changes how things go when I get back.
It's always nice to be appreciated.
Agree.
Look back into the fire. It's like this. I'm uncomfortable now. His head is full of thoughts of all those poor people.
Anything else for the night? All right.
right before, if when everyone's getting ready to go to bed and all that, when Eric will come over to Issa, as long as no one else is around, I just kind of wanted to do something too. And he'll ask quietly about what she meant. You mentioned that Peter might have had some kind of a, is it a monster or devil or demon? I can't remember which word you used.
I used all three.
There you go.
Very perceptive.
Big brain Eric. Is there any way?
Is that your new nickname?
Be?
Is that what
I don't think many in my crew would use it though.
That's what I'll call you in the tale.
Oh.
In the sonnet.
BBT, Big Brain Trogdor.
No, I'm gonna use art.
Oh, Neon Lights roleplay. Party of 8, thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
You broker and your group broker an information. If you were to come across any information regarding Sea Hall and this monster, Peter and the people, I'd appreciate it if there was a way that you would get it to me somehow. If possible.
Well, Trogdor. Appreciation ain't gonna pay my bills.
We'll come to some agreement.
Indeed we will.
Grease them palms, son.
Well, but she doesn't have the information I need now, so.
I'm surprised she's not asking for a down payment.
Don't give the DM ideas. Don't give her ideas.
What are you willing to give me?
What you got? Drop them pants.
Nuts.
I got this change first. Got this change first, man.
You're Micaiah from around the bush. I seen it.
Seen them
Oh
both.
my god. You?
Okay. So, how are you guys handling the evening?
Or not, we'll go first.
Is Issa good enough to take a watch with somebody?
Yeah, she can. If you want her to.
Kai is obviously gonna go.
Oh, there might be some rock, paper, scissors for that spot, apparently.
Let's take a first watch.
I will.
Alright. With Gildan. Gildan's
Yep.
gonna be up all night. So before you guys all go to bed, Boris is over and like right behind Erdnot, and you hear him at some point as you're packing up and like kind of settling in, and he looks at you all and is like, "I just want to say, real proud of this conversation. Went very well. Very proud of you all.
That means a lot coming from you, Boris.
The fact that you said that to me just now, that means a lot to me. And I'm very happy to be with you all. I miss Avedon, don't get me wrong. I hope she comes back. Because this is a really great group.
Eric's gonna give him a scratch on his ear. You're a good and brave unicorn, Boris.
Thank you. That means so much. Beautiful job communicating with each other. You have each other's back.
It's almost slide into like a Cosby. Like the way he's
Well, I was gonna say, it was like, he did do the voice of Fat Albert.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was saying, like, it's like went from Fat Albert into like more of a regular Bill Cosby.
Alright, let's do roll me a d20.
For both of them, right?
No, just a d20.
15.
Okay. So everybody goes to sleep or packs up their stuff, and so is Erdnot and Gildan on the first watch. Yeah, it's a pretty quiet night. It's very clear.
Is the moon out?
The moon is out, stars are out. It's just a very clear, quiet night. You can hear the sounds of the wilderness around you, but it's mostly like the quiet animals that come out at night in this.
What was that?
Oh, someone entered the monthly giveaway. Is there any, do I see any, eye glint in the wood line, a raccoon wearing a wig.
Make a perception check.
With a little cutlass. Oh, you're gonna get assassinated by the thing.
That's just the 5.
No. I mean, you see little glints here and there, but like raccoons aren't really known for being in this this area.
Well, this
So,
one's got a vendetta.
Yeah.
Turn his ass into a hat too. Zan and Arik will take the last watcher, I assume.
All right.
Give Micaiah and Issa a chance to.
I'm just playing her some more songs.
Eyes on the woods, ladies.
I'm just playing her some more songs. That's all.
So Issa's gonna take the watch with you, or are you gonna take it alone? Are you intentionally gonna take the watch with Issa? Okay. You can roll a d20.
15.
So on your watch, just as quiet, like kind of, high five or not on the way to bed. Gildan, I assume, continues with his walking around. So Issa is quiet actually, right when you start your watch. So she just kind of sits off, looking out quietly into the area.
So Micaiah's gonna come up next to her, put her arm around her shoulder, kind of like these or not, like that, and just say, like,
Oh, hi.
"Is it often that I see you quiet?"
It's not often that you see me at all, so
Often enough.
well, there's a difference between seeing someone often and seeing a lot of someone. If you catch my drift.
I catch your drift.
I knew you would. You're the smart one. That's why
Oh, don't butter me up. You don't need to bother.
So how are you doing? You're gonna.
How am I doing?
Yeah,
You're the
how
one
are
that
you
just
doing?
lost your whole crew. How are you doing? I mean this genuinely. Like, I'm not trying to get any information. I'm just asking if you're alright. As a friend, for real.
We can say that like we were just like all sitting down like this is all an elaborate like we're having an intervention. This is all just a sham. Talk to us. Let us know how you're feeling.
And Micaiah really is. She's not trying to deceive her. She really is. Just asking her.
So Issa, she's like is looking up and she smiles and then like a little tear like starts coming in. She's like,
Micaiah's just gonna kind of grab her like this and just like kind of put her head against her, like not say anything. Just
she's like,
let her have her moment. Not say anything. Just let her go. And just it's a nice night, right? It's peaceful. At least we got a good watch anyway.
yeah. They were. I'll be fine. This is
I know you'll be fine.
this is the job.
Not asking if you will. I was asking if you are.
No. Guess
I
I'm
know.
not.
I get it. I know the feeling. I know you wake up tomorrow, you'll be alright. You push it all aside and you'll go about your way, but you're allowed to be sad tonight. Just know that. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. They're good people. We don't have I didn't have the. We don't have the type of resources to bring back people who are a certain level, if that makes sense. I'm not a certain level. So, you gotta be important. You gotta have money.
More than me.
She does laugh a little bit. Well, I'm sure I'll be paired up with another group. I was just with them for a good 5 years. Yeah.
I'm sad.
long time. Especially in this kind of group, you know. They're good people. The thing that really gets me is just Alice did us so dirty. So
Power does that to people.
another thing that gets me that Annie and Zog, they did everything they could to make sure that I made it. All the way up to the end.
Maybe you survive for a reason.
Maybe.
Now you gotta make their death worth something.
Yeah.
That's why I know tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're gonna carry on. But take tonight, it's okay. It's okay to shed a tear for them. It's okay to be sad.
Well, they each get one. Each get one tear. That's all I have left. Not easy.
Being green. It's just an old saying. My mom used to say. I don't
No,
even
I've
know
heard
why
that
she used
one.
to say
Yeah,
it,
I've
because
heard that one.
we're not green.
No,
But I don't know. She
It's
used to
very
just always say that all
relevant in
the
this
time.
situation too, so I appreciate it.
End scene. These are just like.
Grab the guitar, start singing a song.
Yeah, there we go.
Rainbow Connection.
It is a quiet watch. At the end, Issa will happily spoon. And she'll be the big spoon.
Yes, I will be the little spoon.
So, when you switch off your
She's
watch...
so small.
I know, it's great. That's why it's funny.
When you switch off your watch, though, so you guys are switching, and Micaiah, she's just like, "I'll be right there." Slaps your butt. Like looks at Arik. Little slap, and then she looks at Zan, like, "Hey,
Good evening, Issa.
good evening, good morning, morning. It's a great morning for a chat. I think. What do you think?"
Zan will look over towards Arik. You'll watch for a moment.
So she walks to the side. Gildan walks by. She's like, "Hey, Gildan." Slaps his butt too.
Does she
Bye.
know his
grabber.
name?
Yeah, she would have figured it out.
Yeah.
She would have heard his name. Unless you were trying to keep it a secret.
No, I just
This whole time.
I didn't. I think the last time I
Wasn't she
saw
at
her,
work?
I
She
didn't.
was
I
at
didn't
Nat
have
She
that.
knows the name of your dirt pig.
Yeah.
Did you have Gildan at the castle?
No.
Oh, no, not yet, no. I feel like she would have at some point heard of, like, when Erdnot was like, "Gildan, watch." or
His
whatever.
name's in the songs.
Oh, what happened there?
Uh-oh.
Something
Our
going
light
on?
is out. Oh, I kicked the camera. It's a disaster.
So she takes you aside and she's like, how do you know that name? It's a really nice name, I know. It's like
Aye.
super common name. I know a lot of people who have that name, but like,
Oh no. Something.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
It's the first thing I did.
Maybe the other end of it came
Have you
unplugged?
tried deleting the D drive? Whatever the hell they always told you to do with computers.
Is that still in?
That name. I know it means something to you.
there are a lot of names that mean something to me. Where'd you hear that one?
It's a name of somebody that you were willing to risk your life for. Somebody means a lot to you. I don't say much, but I do listen. I pay attention to things.
That you do, Xander Huntsman. Well, that name is is one that you shouldn't repeat. Because not many people know it. Not many people pay as much attention as you do.
I figure in your line of work, it's best that people don't know about those you care about. I understand that because knowing me has gotten people I care about hurt before. No, I won't ever wish that on anyone else.
Yeah. Especially really innocent people, you know?
Aye.
Yeah. Keep that name close. Everybody knows your names. Just saying.
From one secret keeper to another.
He's the most important thing on this planet. So, keep it secret. Keep it safe.
You can trust me, Isa.
Have a good watch.
Aye, sleep well.
Oh, I will.
Would Arik be able to see any body language of this conversation?
If you're looking, yeah.
He'd be on watch, but he'd be trying to steal glances.
Make an insight check.
Because he wouldn't hear. I know he wouldn't hear it, but
Yeah.
nah, it's a nat 1. So hold on. That's a nat 1, and my what'd you say it was?
Insight.
So wisdom.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. I was hoping it was actually going to be a negative one,
Minus
so it would be a
one.
0.
Yeah.
I would then it just pans over to me, and I am fist fighting that raccoon. Like he's too busy. Oh, he sees nothing.
Not even a real raccoon.
I know, right?
So
Imaginary
you
one.
you look over and you can see that Issa is chatting with Zan. And actually while Issa is chatting, I'm gonna make a real quick roll.
No shit.
So she you do see her.
Cupid
Oh,
said it was
sorry,
raining.
Lorraine.
Are your windows up?
Oh, might not be.
Burned up
Must
the block.
Oh, you burned the
I
block
just don't know
out?
if your
Oh,
windows
shoot.
up. He just said it was started raining. So
Yes,
I didn't know.
rain.
I think it might be
Everybody has
down,
their
actually.
windows down.
So you see her, like, Arik is looking over, and Issa actually looks over and sees you looking, and she looks at you, like, it's real quick. And then she kind of, like, Zan, you'd notice that she, like, leans in a little bit, she, like, touches your arm a little bit, and her smile, like, she's smiling a lot as she's talking to you. Just, like, touches your arm lightly, like, a little, and so looking at it, you're like, man, Issa, everybody.
She's trying to get it in with everyone.
Everybody. What is this?
No wonder she knows so
Her-
much
Her
information.
people just died. She's. But yeah, that's what you
Real-
see. Is
I would be like, the real fucking professional. That one. That one's bad for your health.
All right. One of you can make me a d20 roll.
Just one?
Yeah, just one. Just gonna see.
I was gonna say, it ain't gonna be me.
18.
All right.
Oh, so it's just straight roll?
Yep.
For those?
I'm just
Oh, okay.
seeing.
It's an encounter thing. You
I was
roll the
afraid.
wrong number.
Well, no, I thought
That's
it was a whatchamacallit, like a perception roll or something.
Roll the wrong number. Lenithon comes in and wants to fuck
Up.
shit
Up.
up.
That's something we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, right?
Abaddon's not around anymore.
Yeah.
But Lenny hangs out.
So you guys are out. You know, you're on watch. And I'm gonna actually flip a coin.
And you hear,
Deer.
Do you want me to
Murder
take the bag
deer.
and I'll put it over here? I'm gonna grab some too.
it's silhouetted in the moonlight. The murder deer.
I thought the murder deer was gonna come.
That's the noise it makes, actually. No!
Actually, he's gonna try to eat my fucking heart. It's gonna go, I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul! Just swoops down.
So Arik, a little bit
I
into
got another
your.
bag of that too. Annie. I got another bag of these.
They're really good.
A little bit into your watch, you hear. You actually don't even hear it. All of a sudden, you just kind of look over, and there is a person in the dark,
Oh shit.
just sitting about, I would say, like 25 feet off in the dark. But there's like a little bit of light around them, just a faint bit of light, and you can see the silhouette of this like scrawny, kind of old figure. Looks like, as you get just a slightly closer, not stepping towards them, but just looks like an old man with a long beard, sitting in like crisscross applesauce. And
I love it when other parents say that, so I know I'm not the only one.
And you hear a little whisper, and they go, "Come hither. I wish to speak to thee."
Throws after me Lucky Charms.
I'm just gonna look at him. How far away is he?
He's only like 20, 25 feet, just sitting there, looking at his face, like bald head but long beard, thin and like a human, not an elf or other humanoid. Has like laugh lines, like pretty deep creased laugh lines, and like you feel, at least at your initial look at this person, is like they just look like it's creepy that they're in the middle of nowhere.
I feel like you're
Like,
describing my
talking.
real life father. Actually, the way you described him, I was like, this is my dad. Just some old guy with a
It's
big
just like-
beard, no hair,
Like the
laugh
robe,
lines,
it's like a
And
loose
you
boy,
kind of robe.
Want to see something cool?
just hanging out in the woods. Just come hither, because that's exactly what he would do.
And he looks at you like, alone. Don't bother the other one. No.
Against his better judgment, powerful. With his hand on his sword.
Kid. You have a wild boar that you could call upon.
I can't call upon him.
You step
He's
forward
your celestial.
towards
You can talk to him. He understands you.
You step forward towards the old man. He doesn't move. And you get closer. How close are you willing to get? Just
10 feet.
so about 10 feet away. And he looks at you. He's brave, very brave.
But I immediately thought you were going to make me roll a dice. I went to go grab a d20.
And he says, "Riddle me this. 2 bodies have I, though both joined in one. The more still I stand, the quicker I run. What am I?"
I'm not
I
here,
know.
so I can't say it.
Hold on, can you say that again?
2 bodies have I, though both joined in one. The more still I stand, the quicker I run. What am I?
I'm awful at riddles. This is the worst, and I'm on the spot, and I can't stand it. Can you repeat it one more time?
2 bodies have I, though both joined in one. The more still I stand, the quicker I run. And he's just smiling at you. Just
I'm just gonna look at him, just staring at him. I'm awful at riddles when it comes to that.
he
If it was if I read something, I have time to think about it. But now I'm on the spot. I'm like there's a reason why I have a natural a -1 for all my intelligence rolls.
so you see his smile widens bigger, and he says, "Perhaps next time." And then it's just it's gone.
But the sucky thing is that in 10 minutes I'm gonna be like, ah.
10 minutes, you'll know it was a river.
Oh, was it? I don't do riddles, so I don't know. So what is it again? He just gave me
2
the
bodies have I, though both joined in one. The more still I stand, the quicker I run. What am I?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm not gonna tell you what it is, just in case. Just in case you see him again. But he just kind of smiles. It's just like a friendly smile, and then it's just like
And he
almost
just disappears.
almost like not almost like dust. It's just like and it's gone.
Arch is gonna shake his head and back away. Fucking ghosts. Everything that disappears to him is a ghost.
So that
Oh.
is it.
Blew that one.
I don't know if we can go back, but
Yeah.
before Erdnot had gone to watch and before we took our watches and stuff like that, I can use lesser restoration on one person because I only have one second level spell slot still open to get rid of the eggs that are inside of you.
Oh, nice.
I feel that's you could say no, but like I'm just
No,
going through
I'm
my
just-
list and I'm like, oh wait, like I can do that, but it's like I'd have to use it with the stats before we take a long rest. Before we took a long, before the watch. In which
Who
I
had
don't
me,
think you,
Zan?
you, right?
I Zan.
Zan
yeah,
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, not or not Any.
Oh, you don't have him.
Nope. The only thing that bit
Does
me
it
was
cure
a fucking
disease?
nuke.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what lesser lesser
Um,
restoration disease? I believe it is
I
poison,
believe so,
disease,
mate.
or
How many people in the chat were screaming the answer to that riddle?
I can stay in the wild shape now for 4 hours. So
Nice.
nice.
That's one of the jumps, I think.
I touch one creature, it can end either one disease or one condition
Okay.
afflicting it.
Okay, yeah, you do that. So
Who wants me to rid you of your eggs?
right. So Annie, just for your benefit, Micaiah, you guys fought the Slotty last time, and Micaiah knew that if you are hit with the claws of a red Slotty, they can put eggs inside of you, which will hatch in 3 months or so. So if
So
you
you got
don't
rid of
know
the
that
eggs.
that has happened to you, it's a pretty horrific.
This fire scene would have been a whole lot different. It's
Oh,
like
God.
we forgot they had the eggs, and then
Yeah.
Eric's talking, and
3 months later.
3 months later, they start coming out.
Okay. So we can take a break here.
If you want to get the eggs out, Zan will wait until we get back to the.
De-egg me.
Well,
old
I'll
man.
have more spell slots after we
God.
take a long rest. So
Oh,
like,
okay.
I can only
yeah,
use
you
the
guys
one,
take your
so.
rest. You we're gonna fast
I'll call
forward
you
through
Dr.
your
Eggman.
through your travel. So we are going to take a break, 10 minutes or so, and then come back and do our BD&D. So those of you who are in the chat, type hashtag BD&D to enter into tonight's giveaway.
See, our
Right.
current standings in the NAT30s hide and seek tournament are
Oh.
first place, Das, 5 points,
Das.
second place, Grim, 3 points.
Nice. We are doing hide and seek in the chat. Please, please engage in the chat. You'll be able to win tangible handmade prizes by our friend Cheese Cat, who is
Just the best.
the moderator
Yeah.
of the whole
Awesome,
chat,
right?
and the best. Yes. So we will be back in about 10 minutes. And hey, Dysphemus got their shirt from the last giveaway. They just
Oh,
got
nice.
theirs. So awesome. We're always happy to take photos for our Instagram. So thank you. We will be right back.
Send them now.
Thank you so much. So, as we come back into our session, for the purposes of expediting things, you are able to travel back to the Boriskir Bridge. Issa, every day you wake up and Issa's still there, you're kind of a little shocked, but she is. Unless there's something you wanted to do in the interim here, you get to the Boriskir Bridge. Pretty uneventful. You've been through this before. There might be some, little encounters here and there with wildlife or something, but nothing too crazy you can't handle. You are able to get the Griffin Riders to bring you back to Waterdeep.
Or not hurls the whole way.
Really. Actually, you can roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Let's see how much I hurl.
I'm sorry?
Oh, this
A
a
con-
constitute.
Yeah, con save, plus 11, right?
Yeah, now it is. So 18 plus 11.
There you go. So this time, although you feel it, you are able, you hang on, there is no
You chew
judgment
it back.
from any of the
He
Yeah.
riders.
chokes that. Hangs on the back teeth.
You all see, You see not doing a really, really good job on those griffins. Would somebody have told Issa about the throwing up
I don't think it would.
from the prior? No? Okay.
I think it would have just been everybody else's griffin just would have been slightly
Right.
ahead of hers. So when he turns,
Just don't fly behind him.
Issa definitely would have tried to get some of that Micaiah pudding. Would Micaiah
Roll
have...
pudding check.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Pudding check.
Alright. Just keeping note.
Hello.
I know. I was gonna say Aric's sleeping bag is real cold and lonely suddenly. Would be the biggest spoon.
Well, Issa knows that.
Gotta do
So
what I gotta do right now.
so
Yeah, you're just working
Gotta
for
make Issa
information, right?
feel
Yeah.
comfortable with us. You know?
so you
Do we have to roll a perception check to see if we hear anything at night?
yeah, go ahead. You better roll.
Shit, okay. I'm gonna roll 1 anyways. What's the matter? My perception is a 0. Oh shit! 13.
13.
Only an 8.
I'm gonna say Issa would have tried to be quiet. Would Micaiah have tried to be quiet?
Hold on, do we have to roll for every day?
No, we're gonna roll. Let's roll stealth checks for their
There.
sleeping bag.
Now,
Their
1.
sleeping bag. Oh.
Micaiah cast pass without a
And
trace.
he's a screamer.
Well, I mean, 12. Not as bad as I thought.
Alright.
I mean, I have a +8.
So I'll put it this way. Arik, what did you get? You had you got a 12, a 13, and you had a 12 plus.
Plus
Just-
12.
just a 12.
Yeah.
So what the 13? So Arik definitely would have heard,
Recognize.
would have recognized Micaiah's voice, but with a dirty 20, Issa is able to keep it on the down low on her end.
Yeah,
But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to.
even though
figure out
Eric
what's
didn't
going
get that earlier riddle, he gets this one. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on. Bottom's kind of like, go get it. Get it, Micaiah. That's my girl getting it in.
So
I give her a high five the next morning.
Issa's like, "Where's mine? What
Yeah, right.
the fuck?"
Yeah, but he's
Down
that's 'cause
low.
He's asleep with everyone. That's not. There's no credit to her.
So you making it to the Boris Gear Bridge. That first night you're there, you kind of like are waiting for anybody to come meet up with you, but nobody does. Then you hop on the Griffins. A couple days of riding, you find yourselves back in the city of Waterdeep. The night that you arrive, you do arrive in the evening. It's probably about like coming up on dinner time, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So unless you want to do something otherwise, I'm assuming you would head straight to your manor.
Muddy boots and all. Oh, to the manor? Or are we headed to the council?
So the council was like a meeting of
Yeah,
everybody.
Oh,
coming
they call- they
together.
We
call-
have to send
Yeah.
word first.
Yeah.
Got you. Sorry.
So
I thought we were going to the to a meeting with the bigwigs of Waterdeep. We're gonna like walk all over their nice rugs with their muddy boots.
So let me just pull up now.
Keep seeing like one mosquito flying around,
Yeah,
and
or
I'm
a
like,
fly or something.
Well, I don't even know how. We literally have a wall of mosquito repellent.
Yeah, they're gonna get through.
with me and
They're
Izzy in here,
resilient. Yeah, they're resilient.
they'll charge through the
Resilient.
gates of hell just to get a taste of
They're
us.
resilient.
Me and her, mosquitoes
I love you
adore us.
guys.
So you approach Narrow Creek Manor, walking through the streets into the North Ward. It's cooler here, much cooler. Like it was cold when you went from the Serpent Hills. As you exited the Serpent Hills, that like unseasonably warm weather shifted to it is now like, putting it in perspective, it is January, so it's cold. Much colder as you went north to Waterdeep as well. And so when you get there, there's not necessarily snow, but you can see your breath. You all have to kind of bundle up a little bit more. So walking through the North Ward, you can still see people. Everybody's kind of bundling up and wearing heavier clothing for the most part. And you approach the manor with the 2 stairs leading up to the front door. So heading up, you do look up, and on the 2nd floor where that kind of balcony area is not necessarily like the, what would that be called? I don't know words. The guards are up there. You can see one. It looks to be Arwell, the Furbolg, who Micaiah had chatted with before you left. And they're just making their rounds, kind of peer over, see you. There's a little wave from high up, but you head on in. As you open the door into Narrow Creek Manor, right away you are happily greeted with some warm, cozy, just ambiance. It is much warmer inside. Finerdale, the half-elf with like the long curled auburn hair, is sitting to the right at the like the front desk kind of area. Got like the brown eyes, soft skin, soft sunburned skin. And he's not like a slight guy, like a little bit beefy, which is, you're always caught off guard when he like stands up, and a little bit of like, there's a little bit of heft to him. And his like giant mustache that he has is just not a common look. But he stands up when you come in, and you use your key to unlock the door and come in. So he stands up and he's right there and he says, hello, welcome back.
I thank you. Things seem to be in order.
Yes, everything well in order. How are you? How you look well traveled?
Yes, it's been a long road.
Yes, I bet. Well, I can definitely send for Fari to make a meal for you. Are you hungry? We weren't
Please.
expecting you, so.
Please.
Sure,
Aye.
yes.
Done with rations.
I'm always hungry, so.
And Issa says, like, yep, double portion for me. Thanks.
She's like behind everyone. I'm here.
Comes in.
Yeah, actually, I'll take a double too.
Of
Off
course,
a lot
of
of
course.
calories, so.
This is our guest, Issa.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And yeah, you too. Sure, the food would be great. And Finerdale is like, Alice. One moment, Alice. And the human woman, young, like probably 20 years old or so, straight black hair. The valet basically kind of comes in, and he tells her like, Hotel Fari, the wards of the house are back.
Masters of returned.
And so she heads off. And so Finerdale is like, so not too much has changed since you left us. We were able to successfully hire another guard. They are actually on for tonight. Rowley was quite successful. A lot of applicants, but we feel like we have chosen a good candidate. They started at a lower amount for the month until we get used to them and see how well they do, and then they'll be risen up to the same price as the rest. We started them at 25 gold per month. It's a 3-month waiting period.
Are we in charge of payroll?
Yes.
So, yeah, you
Okay.
were.
I don't even remember.
You
I'm
were
like, why are we
instructed
being told this?
The council will pay for half.
Zan make sure before we left he paid up 3 months.
Yes, 3 months you
Oh,
pay.
okay.
So like a 3-month probationary period, is that what
Yeah.
you're saying, describing?
So it will be 75 gold for the 3 months for our new guard. But you don't have to handle that right now. I do have something for you that was dropped off soon after you left, and he goes back behind the desk and like pulls out a drawer and presents you with an official deed from the city of Waterdeep. I know you had a more unofficial written contract. I believe it is the
Show the camera that. Show the.
this writ that you can show others when you need to
That's amazing. What
get
is it? Show it.
counsel. Get counsel.
He's so ginger with it.
I know, it's so nice. Look at
Oh,
this.
that's the thing you wouldn't let me see that you went
I
to.
mean, look at this.
That's awesome.
The
Gotta-
seal.
Oh shoot! It's got a seal.
Can what was his name?
Finer dough.
Finerdo. You mind reading aloud?
Yes, of course. I would be honored.
Much road dust in my eyes.
Of course. The Lords of Waterdeep, to all who see these presents, greeting. We, the Lords of Waterdeep, the City of Splendors and Crown of the North, do hereby commission the Bums of Greenest, residents of Narrow Creek Manor, to act upon any threats to the City of Waterdeep, including any areas subject to the city's authority along the Sword Coast or elsewhere. This letter of marque shall be a legal writ authorizing this company to perform any and all necessary functions in the conduct thereunto pertaining, granted in the year 1490 by the reckoning of the Dale.
Seems we're official.
So instead of the more temporary one that you've been carrying around, this was presented.
It's gonna be. You ever see Good Burger? He's like, I know some of these words.
And
That's
this
awesome. That's awesome.
was
Look at
left-
we even got an actual fucking seal. Fucking what?
Yeah, it's really cool.
this was left for you, Mr. Huntsman, dropped off by Leosin Erlenthor.
Thank you.
I couldn't help but notice that there are two missing. I know you have a new companion, but two no longer.
Yes, they had private matters they left to handle, but this is still their home. As soon as they come back,
They have their own. They still are in possession of their own keys.
Okay, very good. Well, if you'd like to head down the hall to the dining area, unless you want to go put your things down, rest, there's no pressure at all. Will your guest be staying here? And Issa looks at all of you like, I mean, I can just stay in her room.
Yeah, that's fine.
She'll be staying here until otherwise noted.
Oh, of course. Well, and as they're about to kind of gesture towards the hall, you start to hear this clinking and jangling of little trinket sounds. It's like a lot of little things kind of clinking together, and Finerdale is like, our latest guard. You can hear them coming. You can always hear them coming. And around, down the hall, the way that you would go to the dining area, you see a large, but kind of short, maybe 5'6", turtle. A humanoid turtle with light green skin and a dark green shell.
It's Mitch
Lots of more. This is a heavier set. I'm not going to picture it. Coming down
Could have been
the
Heroes
hall.
already handled that.
Oh yeah. They have a a staff in one hand, and there's just trinkets all over, shells and rocks and little jangly bits as they come down the hall. And
Did you sneak into my Hero Forge? You're describing a dude I already created.
No. This was a roll. This was a rolled thing from our patrons, actually. So, Finder goes, this is Gar, our newest guard, Gar the guard. And the turtleborn is like, oh, hi. And it's like, ching, 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 ching.
Does he move
Stop.
slow like a turtle?
It kind of average.
That's a misconception. Turtles aren't
I know
that
they
slow.
No,
are, but this is also
like very kind of casually walking, and then like all the little like ching, it still goes for like a couple more seconds as they stop. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you for the opportunity to boost my resume, as it were, with this guard duty. I am Gar.
Does Erd not know what he is? Like, has he encountered turtle people before?
You've all kind of seen.
Okay.
You might not know much about.
I just feel they're
turtles,
rare.
but- Yeah, they're
To me,
not. Yeah, they're not.
Eric's never seen one.
And then,
before.
can I tell, is he like a young turtle or an old turtle?
Turtle.
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 It's not a turtle. It's a turtle.
Portal.
I ain't changing my
Squirtle,
ways.
squirtle.
Listen.
So you can't tell the gender of the turtle. It's a
Well, no,
Not
I'm
unless you
not,
pick
I'm
his
not
shell
reaching
up.
that shell.
so. I would say roll maybe a history check, just to see what your
That's a
historical
-1.
like.
So 5.
No, you have no idea. This is a turtle.
No.
Yeah, you have no
This is
idea how old.
He doesn't even know
this
it's called a
turtle is.
turtle. He thinks it's a turtle. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for the. I can tell from the looks on your faces that perhaps you have not come across those of my race too often in the past, but
Not in combat.
well, I can assure you that I am very much suited for combat. Taps their shell with the staff and like all the things on it, and then puts down. I am also able to do some fun things, and they wave their hand and like just some water is created and does like a weird ball thing and like swirls around and then
It is a
splashes on the
swirl.
ground.
I was thinking
He
a
knows
water bender,
water gun.
And it's like
Bubble
I
beam.
appreciate the taking the chance on me, and I hope that I can prove my worthiness. This shouldn't be too hard. No real issues here that I've seen thus far. Only my first week on the job, but great to meet you again. I am Gar, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
All right. Yes. Good.
Um,
I'm sure you will be great in a fight.
I hope I don't have to
Just
to show that. But should the need arise, I can assure you that I will be more than adequate in the fight.
Loyal and good service with our company is always rewarded. So we thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to continue with my rounds. If you need anything, please don't hesitate. I will probably be up on the top balcony area, finish my rounds, and relieve Arwell before Rolly comes to step in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And then they
It looked
turn
like-
and like
It was like a subtle voice, but I like it. I'm a turtle.
they like turn and then start heading up the stairs that go up to the second floor. So Firenadil is like, well, if you
Slide down the stairs on a shelf.
Zan is just gonna make way to his room. He'll go meet everyone in dinner later. He wants to find out what this was.
Eric's gonna go put down all of his stuff inside his room and maybe rustle up a bath of some kind.
Okay. So Zan, as you start heading, so you guys all head up to your rooms to start, and you stop outside your door and you look, and Issa is like, and then she just turns and heads towards Micaiah's room because she did not. She like rolled 7 on her stealth to try to see what your no was.
Your no was totally
Trying to
gone.
climb into your hood like a cat so you can read your thing.
She's gonna do that like sneak between the legs as the door opens.
Yeah, right. Like, whoop. Nope, didn't work out. Yeah.
Oh wow, this is like
It's a whole thing.
this is
Letter.
no.
So Eric's gonna take all of his stuff and all his little trinkets and trophies that he's got, and he's gonna like put them on his dresser in his little spot where he can do things with them at some point, make stuff, and like I said, go wrestle up a bath of some kind.
Okay.
Should be all set.
Erdnot just puts his shit in his room, goes to the kitchen.
Not in kitchen dwarf lady. I can't remember her name. Shit.
Fari.
Kaya's not
Fine.
revealing what she's doing.
Sitting in a tree.
That's not why he's going.
He
to the
says like,
thing.
so you don't want to have some dessert before the main meal, or? So, Fari, or not, you go down to the dining hall. Fari is there. She is the cook and all of the other things that she lets people know. Young. She's only about 100 years old.
Yeah, so fucking.
Long, straight blonde
She's
hair.
like an 18-year-old.
Very, very bright
Ooh, is that
blue
why you
eyes.
Maybe she sees you like a.
Spot?
I was gonna say you're a zat. What do they call it? A zaddy? I think they call it a zaddy now.
Ooh, you a zaddy?
I've never heard that. That sounds really weird.
It's like a younger, no, like an older hot guy. Like, you know. Like a,
Zaddy.
So she sees you come in. She's like, "Oh, well, hey, how was your trip?"
I love that.
I have no idea what accent she's gonna.
What's-
She's just gonna have an
her
accent.
name's,
but
what is her name again?
Fari.
Oh, you can call her flirty. Damn, she's all over you.
Anything special I can make for you?
That did not go well.
Oh
Nope.
no.
I'm following up with cause I did successfully like get her to somewhat convert to the faith of Moradin, I
She
believe,
was-
last time.
She listened. Yeah, she was like, yeah, sure.
Okay. So he just wants to make sure that she gets more pious. It's
Like,
like,
you'll be
hey, how
happy."
you doing? I want to talk about God with you.
I was gonna say, I looked at like the first time she talks to her new boss before it leaves. He comes in, he's like, "Hey, I'm your boss. I need you to believe in this God, okay? I'll check up on you."
You've been
Leaves,
praying?
come back 3 months later. You know what I'm saying?
It's just 10 days or 20. How long now?
It's been probably. I'd have to
weeks.
double check what the exact timing, but it's probably been about like 12 days or so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he rolled it up.
So she's like, I've been drinking more, and
private
she like
message
pulls out
to
a
Zen.
little pint. It's like,
boy.
when I pray, of course.
Excellent. Good.
No, nothing special I can make you.
Then anything warm.
All right, I can do that. Yes. Feel free to sit at any of the tables. I washed and cleaned everything today, yesterday, the day before. It's my job. Do it every day. She's just always talking about how much work she's doing.
Aye, and she does it with dedication like a dwarf should. I don't know why I'm pointing like you're there.
She's pointing up at the
Just
I'm-
wherever that boy is.
I'm scrubbing in the bath, man. I'm trying to clean myself.
So well, I'm assuming there's ale readily
yeah,
available.
she brings it
so,
to you.
Yeah. Sit down and put this boots up on the clean
She's
table.
Here you go, Daddy. Just like goes back to the
Excuse
kitchen.
me,
He's just like-
daddy.
Is that it?
Sitting there.
It's not daddy.
Is there like a
You say that too well.
her in this kitchen? Like,
Yeah.
alright, so he's just sitting there, getting warm, chilling, boots up.
Yeah, there's a big fireplace.
Earthquake.
Right there.
Earthquake!
So, when you all come down, they serve you your meal. Finerdale does stop in to just let you know. He says, Romalia has been sent off on an excursion of some kind. Is not in the city at the moment, but she will be returning on the Claw of Winter the 10th day, which is.
Molly was the other guard.
No, Romalia is the head
Oh,
of the
I'm
Harpers.
sorry. Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not the head of the Harpers, but she is the representative of the Harpers for you.
Forgot.
It is approximately the second day of the Claw of Winter
And she's gonna be returning
on the 10th day.
Of course he has a binder with the calendar in it. Now, would you expect anything
Our
less?
DM gave us a
Sent it. Yeah,
calendar.
she said she
Why
gave it to us.
Why wouldn't I have it? Hey, yeah, I got even the thing she gave us the first night of the how to actually like move, have an action and interact.
And
like,
it's in a plastic sleeve.
yeah.
Yep.
I
I
took
love
it.
it.
I was gonna say I stole his idea. I just didn't do the calendar thing.
So I'm sorry. What day was
It's
she
a- it's a-
returning?
It's the second
the
day of the
10th
claw.
day.
Or
The 10th day.
And
So
Finder says, and it just happens to coincide with the first day of the winter festival, which goes until the 15th day. But I will be sure to send word in the morning to let her know that you are here, and I don't believe it will change her plans to return, but we'll let her know. Is there anything I can get for you? He says, like, can you find me another set of clothes? On them, on their tab. Like, just anything my size. Anything you think I'd like. What's your name again? He's like, Finerdil. Yeah. Yeah, you. Can you get me anything that you think I'd like? And she just, like, leans back, like, you can tell, right? And he's just like, of course.
Run over to the children's store.
Gap kids,
Yeah.
baby Gap.
I need new leathers. As you can see, she does have like her leathers from getting tore up in the fight have been pretty tattered. So
Or not, just takes out like a couple of envelopes. He goes, could you send this correspondence for me?
of course. You wrote who it's going to.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, he takes the letters. You all have your meal. It is whatever you want it to be. What would you want her to have made?
Something dead.
Smoked meats,
Potato and bacon.
potatoes and bacon slabs. Any kind of vegetables? Is that the
Potato's a
No.
vegetable.
vegetable?
It's a root.
Asparagus.
Asparagus
At
is
some
great.
point,
Love
Issa goes
asparagus.
into the kitchen and helps her make some like really nice potato, like scalloped potato type dish.
Issa, hands off the help.
Oh. But
You notice as like
Where's
Fari
all the
comes
wa-
out with it, she's like, "This is very thank you so much," and she like steps in front and Issa's like, and walks over and sits down.
Woman of many talents. Being
I
this
make a
potato dish.
mean potato.
Potatoes.
Potato casserole.
So, anything that you want to do, my goal is to get you on the road to the witch. But anything that you wanted to do in this time before you leave.
In the manor particular, or just in the city?
Whenever you want to leave, so you know from the information that you've been given that the witch is about a day to the east of Waterdeep. So
We need supply. To be going out, we don't really have any health potions
I'm
or.
going to make a shopping trip, and Arik wants to pick up some medium armor.
So we can say the next day. You can just let me know like what you want, and I'll let you know how much it costs. So one thing, Safari comes over as you guys are eating. She's like, there's been a lot of changes in the past week or so. A lot of refugees.
from
we've
where?
seen all over. The raids have gotten more overt and more regular.
They're making up for the lost hoard of treasure.
It's more expensive to get food, more expensive to get things. And the places that they come from are, getting attacked, and merchants are being attacked on the road. So just keep that in mind as you go out, and it's more expensive for everything. Very sad news from all around.
Do you have any idea, possibly, you've been in Waterdeep how long?
I've been here for about 3-4 years.
Any shops about that we might have any connections with, or
Well,
any rumblings of anybody who might be selling things at a better price than others, that type of thing?
Well, if you go to the dock ward or to the trades ward, there are always shops there. but it's just expensive all around. So just keep that in mind.
Thank you.
And he says, like, no, don't spare any expenses on my new leathers, of course. Like,
She'll make sure she works them off, making more potato dishes.
I've already worked them off. He looks over at me.
That comes out of her personal coffers.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just
a perk
slaps
point
Micaiah on the back.
That went right over
Drop it.
God's head because he heard nothing. He doesn't know.
Right over God's head.
Doesn't get the euphemisms.
Alright. So, is there one last thing I wanted to make sure that happened before you left? Nope, I think that was it. So yeah, you guys can do your shopping and just let me know what you want.
Armor of dwarven kind.
Every time.
From Erdnot. Okay. And
Yeah, we can after before we go. We'll
Yeah.
talk and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we like pretty much used up.
Oh yeah, we're pretty tapped.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll say you have a day where you just kind of like do what you're gonna do, and then you head out on the fourth day, we'll say, of the Claw of Winter to the east. You head out in the morning.
Does everybody still have horses and stuff?
Yeah, your horse. Well, actually, you guys took the Griffin, so your horses would have been left down in the Borskier Bridge area.
Would we have sold them?
I guess that depends. Would you have wanted to sell them? If you
Well,
could have gotten the money, we'll say you
So
got.
there's not else we can.
Actually, did you buy
Send 'em to
them
the
or were
gl-
they given to you?
send 'em
I
to
don't
the glue
remember.
factory.
I mean,
I believe
horse to
we
begin
bought
with,
them.
but I don't
Okay.
remember.
I believe we bought them.
Okay, we'll factor that into the amount of money that you have to sell. So you.
If I wanted to be a dick, I could have just like told Boris to like huff his way all the way back on foot. Well, fine.
Gildan,
well,
you mean?
Huh? Oh yeah, Gildan,
Of
not
course.
Boris. Boris too. I mean, he's not real, so it's
Yeah.
like just walk back.
No, you just-
You're there in a
He's
month.
real to me, Jim.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I would. I forgot about riding the Griffin. So yeah, I would have
yes, you rode a-
dismissed him because I like him.
So you you don't have to ride if you don't want to. It's the kind of like a day's journey on foot to get out there. So you head out, depending on whether you choose horses or not. You head out in towards the east. It is cold, so you're all bundled up as you're going. You are able to cross over, I believe. As you go, you can see what you exit Waterdeep through the eastern gate, and you can immediately see the people that are passing. Like, there is a definite change in the type of people that are coming into the city. People are looking more ragged. You hear sounds of like their conversations about like they came from this one small village and they were raided and a lot of people were taken, a lot of goods were taken. It's starting to sound like it's not just gold and silver and goods. It's people who are beginning to get taken from the towns. Merchants are a lot more wary of people that are like walking by them. There's a different feeling as you're coming into or leaving the city. Eventually, you do have to leave the main road in order to get to the area that you need to be in. You exit the road and start heading more towards there is a forest. It doesn't have a name. You pass.
Forest with no name.
You get to eventually the Desarin River, which is the main river that leads all the way up.
And we know where we're going?
You know you're going to the east. You know from a prior conversation that Micaiah had that there is a small, like, little village, and then to the north of it is where apparently this witch is. So you just know that you just head to the east over the river, and it's about a full day's journey.
Okay.
As long as you don't run into any issues, of course.
Oh boy.
So about... You've been traveling for a couple of hours. It's probably about like midday when you begin to enter like this little patch of forest. So there's a large forest that is notated on any maps that you might have had, but then there's little patches of smaller forests as you had when you went to the Fool's Hope down in Baldur's Gate area. So you enter into this forest. I'm going to have you roll a d20.
Everybody.
Just somebody. Sorry. One person can roll.
It's a 13.
Quiet. You hear all the sounds of, like, wintry animals, kind of a little bit less on the birds, but there still are some tweets here and there.
Still no snow on the ground?
Not any snow right now.
Just kind of wet.
It's cold. It's more cold than anything. Yeah. It's got that, like, winter smell where snow is probably coming. It's like that fresh, very
Cold. That smell of cold.
yeah, that smell of cold. So as you come into this little forest, it starts to get suddenly very like green. There's like greens all around. There are pine trees that are just green all the time, but then you see this little patch that you begin to see like greener leaves that just appear kind of out of place. And as you step forward into this area, like crunching on these dead leaves on the ground, Zan notices first a little bit of smoke. Like you see the smoke first, just a little waft of smoke coming up, and as you turn to look and see, there is a little hut. Like, it appears to be like a large pine cone shape. The little like kind of scales that are up on the sides, and there is a little door. And Isa has been pretty quiet, actually, surprisingly quiet with you all. She came with you, and like, huh, that looks like a gnome's house. And that's actually where we're gonna leave off.
Wait, gnomes live underground.
Maybe not
Oh,
this
all-
one.
Not
Which
this
gnome?
one. Not this one. This one was in a
Which
big ass
gnome?
pine cone.
That's like saying dwarves live underground and Erdnots living above.
Yeah,
Reluctantly.
true.
So yeah, you come across a little hut.
How big is it?
It appears to be what's a good measure? I guess it would be maybe like 8 feet by 8 feet. It's like kind of just a weird.
And it's just a big ass
It's
pine
just a
cone.
big ass pine cone with a little waft of smoke coming up.
Nice.
2 little windows and a door that's bright yellow. Wooden door.
It just felt like rolling. Look at that. Net 20 on.
Well, we all got like a bunch of info and stuff on that one.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. What were the ending announcements that we were going to do?
We have our Patreon where you can support us. This is the ending announcements are just ways to support us. We're on
They're just ways to
Patreon,
support us.
our T public.
Give us your money.
Well, yes, give us your money. This ending part is give us your money.
Or give us a like, a share, and a follow
Yes.
on our
Yeah, right.
Twitter,
Yep.
Instagram.
We're on all the
Yeah, on
social
our-
We have a
medias.
Discord.
Get on the Discord and talk to us. We love
Yep.
it. We love seeing other people.
We do love
Discord's
that.
always fun. And
And you don't have to give us our money to do that.
And then
No.
we have our
All
Etsy
of the
shop
money you
for
do
the
give,
stickers.
It
It
helps
only goes
us
back to the stream. I
Just
mean,
goes
it goes
into
back
the
to
stream.
making like the
giveaways.
It helps with lighting.
lighting and like cool props, candelabras.
Any sales on our
Okay.
T-Public?
Not
No?
there was a sale last week, right? Yeah, but no. So it's like every other week essentially. So the week after next, I think, is when the next sale is. That's when I suggest you buy our apparel when it's on sale.
Yes.
And what was it with the stickers? Wasn't there something?
I'm going to be trying to do a DM prep talk starting this week that is going to be patrons only. You will get a discounted code for our Etsy store. So a 10% discount code, and the patrons will get it first, and then we'll do word of the week.
Oh right, that was
Yeah,
it. That was
starting
awesome.
next Sunday.
Word of the week will come back,
We should
and then
plug
it's
to
the
meet us in person.
Oh yes. So
oh right.
ArmorCon is the. Oh, that one's a
male
nice one.
mosquito.
I know. I
No,
just
it's
saw
not.
him
It's called
moving.
something else.
I just saw him
tiger
moving, so I
mosquito or
snatched it.
something.
So ArmorCon is the 15th, 16th, and 17th. Pat and I will be there on the 16th.
Where's
It's
it at?
It's at the Marriott, I think, in Framingham, Marlboro. Go to armorcon.net.
That's this upcoming week.
ARMOUR.net.
No,
Yeah.
2 weeks.
No,
2
yeah,
weeks.
I'll be there on Sunday morning. I'll be selling the stickers for a discounted price. You can come hang out with us, and it'll be fun.
Want to go one of the other days?
I have to stay here and watch kids.
Yeah, he has to watch the children.
Oh, so you're going each day?
I'm only gonna go Saturday and Sunday. Friday I might go to
That's
set
why I
things up.
volunteered for
Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday.
I don't have.
I've got 2 badges, so
Oh, okay.
one buddy.
So Saturday, you say Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
We'll talk about maybe Sunday. Maybe
Sunday
I'll-
morning,
maybe
yeah.
I'll-
I would go if
before
I had.
this. Before
I thought,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're going to find somebody to raid. Let's do.
Let's go.
And let's give an applause to Cheese Cat
Oh,
for
yes.
the moderation, and the hide and seek
Thank
game
you.
was
Oh, that's awesome.
Cheese Cat's idea,
Yes.
which is a very cool idea, and I hope everybody enjoyed that, and you enjoy what you will win if you win.
Yeah. Or winners. So come back every week and watch. It'll be Sundays and Tuesdays. Tomorrow we've got Midnight Mondays, our horror themed TTRPG. I think I might have 2 more players. I'm gonna double check. But
There
you
was
can
a
always-
gathering of almost all the original NAT30s last night,
Yes.
and there's a lot of grumblings of things and people wanting to play, players you've never seen, players you've seen maybe once. But no, it's interesting. This stuff.
There's things afoot.
There are things afoot. So we are going to raid Table Top Notch because none of our rolling together teammates are playing at this moment. So let's raid Table Top Notch. You can also follow me on TikTok. I've been doing TikToks. They're not very good and they're very short, and I don't know what I'm doing.
I
but
didn't know
you
you
can
did
find
TikToks.
me. Yeah.
Oh, she's a TikTok. Our DM is now a TikToker.
We've been doing TikTok.
Oh, Again-
We've got a couple of
I was gonna
ticks.
say, like, didn't
We
Pat
had a
start it?
couple of
I was gonna
them,
say again, getting in with the youth.
The youths.
Oh, fellow Utes.
Two
So, oh crap. Fires of Atheline. You gotta push up your game. Sorry, we're gonna raid Tabletop Notch.
But go watch Fires of Atheline. in
Please
30
go watch
minutes.
Fires of Atheline. They are fantastic and gritty, authentic TTRPG that is in Kickstarter is live. Shit, I didn't put in your link there, but please go follow Fires of Atheline. Our very own, is it Kat who's there in 30 minutes as well? Yep. Cheese Cat is playing a
Oh,
lizard
nice.
guy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And yeah, we're gonna finish up with our stars and wishes, which is gonna be available for patrons. And we will see you in tomorrow.
See you in tomorrow.
tomorrow.
See you in
We'll see you in tomorrow.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.